Rio Bravo was a film that captured the spirit of the American West with its all-star cast, but now, over 60 years later, every actor from that film has tragically passed away. In this video, we'll uncover their real names, ages, and the shocking events that led to their untimely deaths. Get ready for a journey through the past you won't forget. Ricky Nelson as Colorado Ryan. Ricky Nelson, born on May 8, 1940, portrayed Colorado Ryan, a talented young cowboy in Rio Bravo. When he was 19 years old, Nelson's performance, especially during the scene where he sings "My Rifle, My Pony and Me," stood out, but his personal life was filled with turmoil. He married Kristen Harmon in 1963, but their marriage crumbled due to Nelson's infidelity and drug addiction, leading to a divorce in 1982. He also faced financial difficulties as his music career declined, leaving him with a net worth of only about $500,000 at the end of his life. A tragic plane crash ended his life on December 31, 1985, at the age of 45, leaving behind a vibrant musical legacy. John Wayne as Sheriff John T. Chance. John Wayne, born on May 26, 1907, brought to life Sheriff John T. Chance in Rio Bravo, a tough, steadfast man defending justice against a criminal gang. At 51, his role wasn't just the heart of the film, but also cemented his image as the epitome of American masculinity, with audiences remembering him as a calm yet decisive leader. However, his personal life was stormy. Married 3 times, with his last wife Pilar Paulette from 1954, Wayne faced numerous controversies over extramarital affairs, including rumors involving actress Gail Russell. He also battled lung cancer in the 1960s, which led to the removal of one lung, severely affecting his health. Wayne's net worth was estimated at around $50 million at the time of his death, mostly from films and real estate investments. In his final years, he lived in pain due to illness, passing away on June 11, 1979, at the age of 72, leaving behind an immortal cinematic legacy, but also a life marked by personal tragedy. Dean Martin as Dude. Dean Martin, born on June 7, 1917, played Dude, a former deputy sheriff struggling with alcoholism in Rio Bravo. When he was 42 years old, Martin's performance brought emotional depth, highlighting themes of friendship and redemption, adding a human touch to the film. Yet his private life was tinged with darkness. Married 3 times, with his second wife Jean Martin being his longest-lasting love, Martin battled alcoholism, which strained his family relationships. In the 1980s, the death of his son Dean Paul in a plane crash devastated him, leading to severe depression. Martin's net worth was estimated at around $30 million, thanks to his music and film career, but his declining health due to lung cancer caused him to withdraw from the spotlight. He passed away on December 25, 1995, at the age of 78, leaving behind a storied career. Ward Bond as Pat Wheeler. Ward Bond, born on April 9, 1903, played Pat Wheeler, a brave townsperson in Rio Bravo. At 56, Bond's role added warmth and a sense of community spirit, reinforcing the film's theme of justice. Bond enjoyed a solid career, but his personal life was short-lived and tragic. Married to Mary Louise May since 1936, he had no children and was rarely involved in scandal, but his health declined due to heart disease. Just 1 year after Rio Bravo premiered, Bond died suddenly of a heart attack right before filming an episode of Wagon Train. His net worth was estimated at about $5 million, mainly from his acting career. He passed away on November 5, 1960, at the age of 57, leaving behind a memorable career cut short by an unexpected death. Walter Brennan as Stumpy. Walter Brennan, born on July 25, 1894, portrayed Stumpy, an elderly, loyal deputy in Rio Bravo. When he was 64 years old, Brennan's performance added humor and courage, emphasizing the unity among the main characters and endearing him to audiences. With 3 Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actor in Come and Get It, 1936, Kentucky, 1938, and The Westerner, 1940, Brennan was a Hollywood legend, though his personal life had hidden struggles. Married to Ruth Wells since 1920, he had a stable marriage. But in his later years, Brennan suffered from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease due to decades of smoking, which left him weak and breathless. His net worth was estimated at about $10 million, primarily from his acting career. Brennan passed away on September 21, 1974, at the age of 80, leaving behind a towering legacy but also a body ravaged by illness. John Russell as Nathan Burdett. John Russell, born on January 3, 1921, played Nathan Burdett, a wealthy, cunning ranch owner in Rio Bravo. At 38, Russell's role provided a stark contrast to the main characters, heightening the film's tension. Russell enjoyed a steady career, but his personal life remained relatively private. Married twice, with his second wife, Linda Phillips, from 1970, he was free from much romantic drama. But in his later years, Russell suffered from lung cancer due to long-term smoking, which led to rapid health decline. His net worth was estimated at about $3 million, mainly from acting. Russell passed away on January 19, 1991, at the age of 70, leaving behind a notable cinematic legacy, but also a body devastated by disease. Claude Akins as Joe Burdett. Claude Akins, born on May 25, 1926, portrayed Joe Burdett, a violent criminal in Rio Bravo. When he was 33 years old, Akins brought danger and tension to the screen, highlighting the showdown with the sheriff. With a career that extended into The Misadventures of Sheriff Lobo, 1979 to 1981, Akins became a familiar face, but his personal life faced challenges. Married to Therese Fairfield since 1952 with 3 children, Akins maintained a stable family life, yet he battled thyroid cancer in his later years, which severely deteriorated his health. His net worth was estimated at about $2 million, thanks to his television roles. Akins passed away on January 27, 1994, at the age of 67. Leaving behind a respected career, but also a painful end due to illness. Estelita Rodriguez as Consuela Robante. Estelita Rodriguez, born on July 2, 1928, played Consuela Robante, the intelligent and strong wife of Carlos in Rio Bravo. At 31, Rodriguez's performance brought resilience and warmth, enriching the film's relationships. Rodriguez had a promising career, but her personal life was full of turmoil. Married 4 times, including to actor Grant Withers, all her marriages ended in divorce, largely due to disagreements and financial pressures. Rodriguez also struggled with depression, which impacted her career. Her net worth was estimated at only $300,000. She passed away on March 12, 1966, at the age of 37, due to flu complications, leaving behind a short but turbulent life story. Pedro Gonzalez as Carlos Robante. Pedro Gonzalez, born on May 24, 1925, portrayed Carlos Robante, the loyal hotel owner in Rio Bravo. When he was 34 years old, his role brought warmth and bravery, helping to highlight the town's spirit of unity. Gonzalez had a noteworthy career, but his personal life was marked by financial hardship. Married to Leandra Martinez with 3 children, he lived modestly, but the lack of major roles left his family frequently struggling. His health declined due to heart disease in his later years. His net worth was only about $500,000. Gonzalez passed away on February 6, 2006, at the age of 80, leaving behind a modest yet meaningful legacy in the hearts of audiences. Kerry Jr. as Harold. Kerry Jr., born on May 16, 1921, played Harold, a townsman who supports the sheriff in Rio Bravo. At 38, Kerry's performance brought sincerity and solidarity, helping to underscore the fight against crime. Kerry had a long-lasting career, but his personal life wasn't without struggles. Married to Marilyn Fick since 1944 with 4 children, Kerry maintained a stable family life, but in his later years, he suffered from severe arthritis, limiting his ability to act. His net worth was estimated at about $1 million. Kerry passed away on December 27, 2012, at the age of 91, leaving behind a memorable film legacy, but also a body tormented by illness. Sheb Woolly as Cowboy. Sheb Woolly, born on April 10, 1921, played Cowboy, a member of the group supporting the sheriff in Rio Bravo. When he was 38 years old, Woolly's role brought unity and tension, helping to highlight the central conflict. Woolly had a diverse career, but his personal life faced challenges. Married 3 times, with his last wife, Linda Dotson, from 1985, Woolly struggled with alcoholism, which strained his relationships. He also suffered from leukemia in his final years, which weakened his health. His net worth was estimated at about $1 million. Woolly passed away on September 16, 2003, at the age of 82, leaving behind a noteworthy career, but also a life full of trials. Malcolm Adterberry as Jake. Malcolm Adterberry, born on February 20, 1907, portrayed Jake, a stagecoach driver in Rio Bravo. When he was 52 years old, Adterberry's role brought loyalty and simplicity, enriching the town's atmosphere. A skilled character actor, Adterberry kept his personal life quite private. Married to Ellen Hardees since 1937 with 3 children, he lived a quiet life, but in his later years, heart disease forced him to step away from acting. His net worth was estimated at about $800,000. Adterberry passed away on August 16, 1992, at the age of 85, leaving behind a respected career but a quiet end due to illness. Fred Aldrich as Barfly. Fred Aldrich, born on December 23, 1904, played Barfly, a regular patron in Rio Bravo's saloon. At 55, Aldrich's small role helped create the lively town atmosphere, even if only briefly on screen. Aldrich had a modest career, and his personal life is scarcely recorded. Married, though little is known about his family, Aldrich led a simple life but suffered from lung disease due to smoking, affecting his final years. His net worth was estimated at just $200,000. Aldrich passed away on January 25, 1979, at the age of 74, leaving a small mark in cinema and a life largely in the background. George Bell as Barfly. George Bell, born in 1898, portrayed Barfly, a background character in Rio Bravo's saloon. At 61, Bell's role, though minor, helped bring the tense interactions to life in a vivid setting. Known for a career mostly in Western extras, Bell battled stomach cancer in his later years, which rapidly weakened him. His net worth was estimated at only $100,000. Bell passed away in 1969 at the age of 70, leaving behind an unremarkable career and a quiet end due to illness. Angie Dickinson as Feathers. Angie Dickinson, born on September 30, 1931, played Feathers, a proud yet loyal singer in Rio Bravo. At 27, Dickinson's role brought charm and sharpness, enriching her relationship with the sheriff and adding romance to the film. Dickinson became a Hollywood icon, but her personal life was turbulent. Married twice, including to Burt Bacharach from 1965 to 1981, her marriage ended due to infidelity and work pressures. Dickinson also faced depression after the death of her daughter, who had Asperger's syndrome, in 2007. Her net worth was estimated at about $25 million, thanks to a long career. By 2025, at the age of 94, Dickinson lives reclusively, her health frail, yet she remains a living legend who has endured deep personal loss. George Bugamman as Clem. George Bugamman, born on November 1st, 1904, played Clem in Tiswas, portraying a humorous character with a simple charm. At 70 years old, he brought unexpected wit to the show in 1974, adding liveliness with his years of acting experience. His success led to a peaceful family life. Bugamman married Emily Priscilla Mills in 1928, had one child, and kept a stable home, far from public drama. However, his health declined with age and from accumulated stunt injuries, forcing him to retire from the film industry in his later years. His net worth, about $500,000 from acting and stunt work, was not enough to cover long-term medical expenses. Bugamman passed away on June 9, 1967, at the age of 62, leaving behind a legacy as a dedicated supporting actor and stuntman. Yakima Canut as Gunman on Horse. Yakima Canut, born on November 29, 1895, played Gunman on Horse in Tiswas, embodying a powerful image of a horseback gunman. At 79 years old, he added dramatic intensity to the show in 1974, bringing the allure of a Hollywood stunt legend. His celebrated career led to a turbulent personal life. Canut married Kitty Wilkes from 1917 to 1919, but the brief marriage ended, leaving him alone for a time. He later found happiness with Minnie Audria Yeager from 1931, having 3 children, but serious injuries from Boomtown, 1940, and in Old Oklahoma, 1943, weakened his health, forcing him to transition from stunts to directing. Canut passed away on May 24, 1986, at the age of 90, from a heart attack, remembered forever as a pioneer of stunt work. Albert Cavens as henchman. Albert Cavens, born on October 1, 1906, played henchman in Tiswas, portraying a mysterious enforcer with a sharp presence. At 68 years old, he added tension to the show in 1974, relying on acting skill and fencing talent inherited from his father. His steady career led to years of action work that wore down his health, leading to fewer appearances in the 1980s. His net worth, about $1 million from acting, allowed him a comfortable but not lavish life. Cavens passed away on December 17, 1985, at the age of 79, in Los Angeles, leaving behind a legacy as a talented character actor known for action scenes. And that's it for our deep dive into the Tiswas cast then and now. The transformations are truly shocking, and some of the stories are downright tragic. Which actor's change left you speechless? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more throwbacks and surprising updates. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.